All right, and we're back. Cool, cool. The internet just decided to fucking die on me right at the most climactic moment of the mod here. Like, are you for real, dude? Of all the times it could have chose to do that, it had to choose like literally like 5 lines before the most climactic moment. Like, for fuck's sake, dude. My god. So yeah, if you weren't watching earlier, like we're literally on the day of the festival in Monica Before Story here, and we're like 5 lines away from the most climactic scene, and that's when my internet decides, okay, nope, time to dip out. Fuck this, I'm done. Oh my god, I am so irritated by that because it's like, really, dude, you can't just let me have this. You got to make me split this one up too. Oh my god. So yeah, anybody just randomly joining, uh I'm just going to say brace yourself for what you're about to see cuz yeah, like if you're just joining this randomly, you've been warned by what you're about to see. It's not pretty is what I'm expecting. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Nope, okay. I feel a light slap on my face. Fake out. Ben? A cheery voice cuts through the darkness. I groan tiredly. Wake up, sleepyhead. Whoever went up to me starts to shake my body. Sheesh, what more will I have to do to wake you up? So I think that was the nightmare situation, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I'll get some water and dump it on you. Or coffee could work too, I guess. After hearing that, I truly wake up. Okay, okay, I'm awake. My eyes jut open, the room I was in comes to view. So dark still. Wait, what are we doing here? I like the decorations, but now I'm just confused. Okay, so I guess false alarm, but now I'm just very confused by what's going on. Like, dude, what is this? For real, what is this? Outside in the hallways, I can hear the sound of students waiting around. Their voices all clutter together. My attention is drawn back by looking to see who is waking me up. Standing in front of me is Sayori. With a smirk on her face, she playfully flicks my nose. Dude, yes, exactly, dude. It very much is. Jeez, and you always questioned me on my lateness. At least I don't fall asleep on a very important day. Sorry, I've been here since the crack at dawn this morning with the other club presidents helping set up the festival. I got really tired, so I ended up laying down on the floor. You couldn't have sat at a desk to do that at least? Come on, man. The next thing I knew, I was out cold. Ugh. I'm just glad we're all here. No shit, man. Sorry, Sayori. Sayori smiles at me warmly. I'm just kidding around, you know. Yes, a hardwood floor. The perfect place to go to sleep. It doesn't bother me much that you slept. A nervous giggle escapes Sayori's lips. I mean, you know me. I slept in a lot, and you always tolerated it. I open my mouth to retort, but when I close it, laughing heartily in response to what Sayori said. She smiles back, warming up to the chilly morning atmosphere. Yeah, dude, I'll at least take a sofa. My eyes glance around the room once more. In the doorway, I see Monika standing there with an amused smile. You two really aren't morning people, huh? No, Monika, and I never will be a morning person. No matter what you do, you will never change that about me. Monika approaches the two of us. I know Sayori isn't, but I wouldn't have guessed you were too, Ben. She starts to play with her fingers awkwardly. She continues to stare at us, waiting for the conversation to continue. Silence decides to stick around for a moment. Come on, man, somebody say something. Out of the blue, I see the dynamic duo of Pink and Purple enter. Yeah, good on you, man. I cannot be a morning person unless I'm forced to be. Natsuki's holding a copy of Chasing Ghosts. Yuri is holding the first volume of Parfait Girls. Good morning, everyone. Wait, are you two holding the wrong books? They normally belong to the other. No, dude, you're missing the point. She crosses her arms defensively. Well, I'm gonna try and read something out of my comfort zone. I always beat up books with descriptive words, but I've never truly sat down and read them. So after the festival, I'm gonna start reading Chasing Ghosts. Yuri promised we should at least read the first volume of Parfait Girls. She starts to play with her hair. Well, I did promise you that. I won't lie, I'm a little excited to try and read something different from my usual. So this will be an interesting experience for us both. She steps in between us. I'm glad to see you two getting along so well. It is kind of nice to see them get along for once. It's a nice change of pace, you know? Monika also chimes into the conversation. It's a stark contrast to your normal engagements that I very much enjoy seeing. The four start talking about random topics. She reels it in by directing the attention towards me. Who are you going to speak to first, Ben? Speak to first? Well, don't you want to check up on your members or something? Who should I check up on? Probably Sayori first, just to be safe. But, I mean... Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna overthink this. Sayori, I choose you! Okay, Pokemon trainer. I don't get a response at first. She blankly stares at me as if I'm crazy. Then a smile spreads all across her face. Oh, I remember that game! Looks like we made the right choice, ladies and gentlemen. That was great. I like that. I used to play a lot as a kid on my old little game console. Ben, don't you remember us playing together? Of course I do. Must have been during one of those tutoring lessons at home. I don't really remember. My memory is hazy. Well, Sayori, we did spend a lot of time battling each other too. And if you don't get what they're talking about, then shame! Shame! I assume you've gotten better over the years. She begins to go off on a tangent. My love for gaming must have influenced her, I think. So it took me some time to figure out the controls. The hardest part was actually choosing. I liked the blue ones the most, and they were really strong. The green ones were really terrifying. And I remember how nobody could catch them. I had trouble understanding stuff like poison types. Oh, right. Yeah. Dude, I really don't understand why it feels the need to, choose, top chat as the main option. That is just so dumb to me. Like, dude, that's so dumb. Oh, did I forget to mention that the pink singing one was so cute? I mean, I loved using them against you. Yeah, you kept losing because of that. Sorry. That game series is a pretty big part of my life at home. It's a big part of my at-home life, too. Honestly, why do you think I don't get out of bed sometimes? Sometimes I'm lazy and I'm playing all the games with all those characters I just listed. Sayori, I get it. Listen, I can be pretty passionate with games, manga, and anime too. Sometimes I think we could have been leading the games club instead. That's fine. I'm happy we're all together. Imagine playing an M-rated game but YouTube tries to babysit you. Oh my god, yes. Sorry to interrupt you, but I only have one thing to say regarding your ramble. What would that be? I'd love to battle you sometime tomorrow. Her eyes fire up in excitement. You're on! Ben! Now that you're here, did you get to see the pamphlets? I guess I haven't reviewed them yet. Well, you know how I walked out last Friday, and I kinda didn't write a poem, so I decided on writing one. After you visited me last Saturday. Aww, isn't that sweet? Oh, I see. Right? YouTube is just dumb like that. I bet you just felt guilty that everyone had 3 poems while you only had 2. What? It's true! While Sayori's drowning in guilt, I decided to pick up one of the pamphlets on the desk. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the one they performed during practice. I soon flipped to Sayori's poem. Flowers on the field. Sometimes the nights aren't dark. Sometimes the blanket isn't cold. Sometimes I see a friend standing in a field of flowers, bright and gold, blue, red, purple, green. Oh, I like the symbolism there. Like a rainbow, like strings to a beat, like fingers snapping to the wind. It's the same dream each time, but I don't feel sad. I feel like breakfast and eggs. I feel like sunlight after rain. I feel like cookies and cupcakes, and all my problems go away. Flowers on the field help me grow. Flowers on the field don't go. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of the snow. Hell, I like this one. Oh, it's beautiful. You think so, Ben? I wrote this after taking a nap, so I thought it would be terrible. Well, you did good with this one. I think it just kind of completes the story, you know? Completes the story? Yeah, with the festival going on, it's all balanced. Anyway, I guess I've avoided the question for a bit. Are you excited for today, Ben? I'm excited and nervous. I have no clue how today is going to play out. For now, though, I guess I'm going to be keeping my head high. I have to, anyways, for you and the others. How are you feeling about today's festival? Her hands go up by her sides as she speaks. Well, I feel the same way. I'm honestly waiting for the festival to start so I can see if it either goes poorly or if it goes great. Do you have your poem, Sayori? You know, the one you're supposed to present today? Wait, I was supposed to have that? Ah, right. No worries. I've got my poem and attitude ready for today. As worried as I am for how the day will run, I'm gonna try to sustain a smile and make everyone happy. That's the Sayori we all know and love. Keep it up. Hold my hand out for a high five. Woo! Woo! Hell yeah! My attention then returns to everyone else. She looks perplexed as I approach her. She's got this soft stare on top of that. Not to mention her hands are firmly pressed to her sides. Yep, one of the custom ones. I guess she's on edge for some reason. Maybe because of yesterday? I don't know. She probably feels a bit weird about what we said yesterday. Hey, Monika.
Hey, Ben. Big day today, huh?
Yeah. Everyone did a good job with the room this morning. For a moment I thought the whole thing would be a chore and we'd all end up fighting or something. To a point where we'd never see this day happen, you know?
Yeah. I guess this was all an insane effort in itself when you think about it, Ben. 3 days. We managed to put this all together. Take a good look. We got Yuri's banner and aroma scents, Natsuki's signature cupcakes, Sayori's pamphlet designs. Now all we need to do is wait and see if people bite into the little advertising stunts I've done over the weekend.
Advertising stunts?
Yeah. I spoke to some of my old connections in the debate and sports clubs, not to mention some of the faculty. It's amazing what one can accomplish online these days, given a little focused research and determination.
Yeah. I'm just happy we made it to the festival in one piece. No shit, man. I always love it when mods show the festival. It's a part of the game we never got to see, you know? So, it's always nice getting to see it play out in one way or another. Pretty sure things would have been different if
what?
You know what? Never mind, Monika.
Truth be told, things do seem rather off for some reason. Maybe it's just me, as it feels like I've lost my voice.
I don't seem to follow, but I wish you luck if ever you need to find it again.
Maybe I shouldn't have left the presidency. I had a really good run in the debate club.
Those forest green eyes. Oddly enough, they look kind of tired.
Don't get me wrong, I liked the debate club. I was probably one of the most opinionated people there. Especially when it came to philosophy, ethics, utility, science, and technology. And ever since I've left, I've had to deal with being lonely. It's crippling, really. I'm just glad I got to spend some time with you, Ben. So quitting the club wasn't for nothing.
Did she really mean that? I think I'm turning a little red. I stare at Monika as an odd silence overcomes her. I pat her shoulders and then step away from her. My attention returns to the others. I smile and jokingly bend a little bit to reach Natsuki's eye level. How's the club cutie doing this morning? Natsuki throws her hands by her sides.
I'm not cute, Ben.
Suit yourself, Natsuki.
Does everyone really think I'm the club cutie?
I decide to leave Natsuki infuriated and move on. So, are you ready for the festival?
I mean, I suppose so. I wish I could be back at home because I found a game my dad and I could play together.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, bruh. You found a game that you and your dad can play?
Yeah, it's like a cool fighting game. Me and my dad played it last night. He actually found it fun. My dad normally isn't into most modern day stuff and prefers older games for their pixelated aesthetic. But my dad finds it fun.
What game would that be? So I might know what it is depending on what you're talking about.
Trust me, you wouldn't know about it. But it's a pretty cool fighting game. We argue over the best character. In the end, we all agreed the best character was this guy throwing blue fireballs. He can whoop some butt, I tell you.
Even though I know nothing about what she's talking about, I realize why she relates to whoever that is. Do you think you can whoop some, Natsuki?
You better bet that I'll be serving some to the audience at the festival today. I'm all ready to go, honestly. I've got my attitude since I slept well. Not to mention my poems and treats.
Well, that's phenomenal! For a moment, she looked confused.
Oh, I know what that word means. Yuri used it this morning on our way to the club room.
I ask a question that may bring on another side to Natsuki. How have you and Yuri been, Natsuki?
Me and Yuri? To be honest, we've almost become sisters. Yuri and I agreed that we'd talk about what matters to us the most when we present our poems. Plus, we had a very heartfelt conversation about our differences. As you know, Yuri and I love exchanging books. We did that as a bonding thing. I've already read the beginning of The Chasing Ghosts, and I gotta say, it's a totally a Yuri kind of book. Deep themes, lore exposition, but I'm kinda loving it.
Sorry, I'd love to hear you ramble more, but we have a festival to get to. Let's go strong today, okay? Hell yeah.
Let's swing it out of the ballpark.
You're goddamn right. I see Yuri smile as I stand in front of her. As always, Yuri stands tall in her usual elegant manner.
Hello, Ben. I hope you like the decorating I did today.
Decorating, huh? The room's amazing. There's even that signature aromatic scent to things. The atmosphere is just on point.
It was never really clarified how many materials I needed to bring, so I brought enough for 2 classrooms.
Shimi smiles and turns her head to face the doors of the classroom.
I thought that I'd bring some extra supplies to promote our poems. What's with the funny smile, Ben?
You normally put a lot of thought into what you say, but sometimes don't consider what you do. It caused you to come up with the promotion plan.
I had coffee this morning instead of tea. I'm feeling more stimulated than normal.
Yuri drank coffee? What alternate universe are we living in? Bruh. Very much so. My in-game self says it all. I bet Monika had something to do with this.
Yes, that's correct. Monika said I should try new things. So I had my first cup of coffee.
How did you drink your first cup of coffee, Yuri?
3 spoonfuls of sugar and 3 packets of cream. It was very sweet, but I still got to enjoy the caffeine. A different way of starting the morning was necessary, I feel, for today, considering it's the festival. Anyways, I'm sure you'll be surprised to hear something else, too.
And what could that be?
Natsuki convinced me to play video games again!
Of all the people I did not expect to play video games, it was definitely Yuri.
This time I played something out of my comfort zone. It's a cute little game based on the Part Fate Girls manga she reads. You play as one of the girls and you attempt to be a mayor while balancing your superhero alter ego. It's a very silly game, but I enjoyed playing it a bit this morning.
What are you laughing at? You and the fact that you're suddenly so interested in listening to Natsuki and doing what she suggests to you. Way too bitter, I found more enjoyment from canned food. That's an oof to anybody who's a coffee person. Hint, hint. It's interesting to me.
Well, I blame the fact that Natsuki is sweet and cutesy.
I'm glad that someone else agrees over Natsuki's adorableness. Especially coming from you. I thought you would have argued the opposite.
Well, today is a different day. I'm trying to change my ways. I'm even becoming more talkative and accepting.
That's a good attitude to have. I'm really happy to hear it. Do you have your poem?
Of course. It's all prepped, ready to go. I feel like I'm going into a play, honestly.
Well, why's that?
I'd like to really try and perfect my reading skills today to be the best I can be.
Ah, that's great, Yuri. Keep your head up. Let's get through today, okay? She gently returns the gesture, giving me another warm smile. After checking with everyone, I go over to close the doors of the classroom. I hear the snickering up the floor behind me. Okay, everyone. Are we all ready for the festival?
Yeah!
Alright, let's get to work. We prepare the rest of the room together. Already, eager students come to visit. Some of them pick up the pamphlets and read. Others came for the cupcakes, while a few arrived to admire the welcoming, aromatic atmosphere. I could also tell that some of them stayed to fawn over Monika. Alright. What do you think, Yuri?
I think it's beautiful, Ben.
Look at that! Hell yeah! I am so down for this. This is not where I expected we would be because I chose no earlier. This feels worth it now.
Wow, look! I can't believe we got it all decorated.
The Literature Club. It's beautiful.
The final piece. It fits so perfectly, Ben.
Yeah, it does. You did a great job, Yuri.
Man, at this rate, we'll all be out of cupcakes. Awesome job, Yuri.
I guess we can start with the poem reading now. There's enough people in the crowd, though I think Monika is a bit too busy entertaining them.
Come join the Literature Club. Cute girls, heartfelt poems, and comedic jokes.
I feel like she's talking about the game more than the actual club.
Yeah, she's having fun.
Having the four of them in this club is enough of a hook to get anyone interested in joining. Sayori approaches me slowly.
Thank you for everything, Ben.
Of course. You alright?
I'm fine. The headaches are gone now. But I think it's because I understand.
Understand what? There is a silence between the two of us. What's going on here? You talking to him? You talking to me? What's going on here? Understand what, Sayori?
Oh!
It looks as if I've taken her out of a weird trance.
Never mind, Ben. I just need some sleep is all.
If you insist, Sayori. Lots of people approach the girls, asking for a pamphlet. Sayori utilizes her happy personality to persuade people to join. Natsuki was told her cute looks were hook, line, and sinker. Yuri has some deep conversations with a group of 6 guys and got them all interested. And Monika, she's so busy I couldn't even approach. Can't believe we intrigued so many people. Guess it's time to take charge. Okay, everyone. Welcome to the Literature Club. Applause erupts throughout the room. Afterwards, it goes silent again. We will get started with our presentations after a short speech from myself. Literature was originally something I wasn't super interested in, believe it or not. I used to be all for the graphic novels and only graphic novels. So I can already tell you're asking yourself one question. Why did you start up a literature club if you don't like literature? Well, I may have been forced into it. I can see Monika laughing and Siri pouting at me from a distance. But I did it to try out something new. Literature. All of this is literature. They say that once you create a character, they take a life of their own. Because really, at the end of the day, we're all characters in a play. So without further ado, let me introduce the characters of our very own literature club. Our Vice President, Sayori. Ben! She walks up to me and begins speaking in a whisper. I'm too shy. Maybe Monika can go first. Hey, you should go back. Hey, you should back up your president. Fine. I see the coral hair girl step to the front of the classroom with 2 sheets of paper in her hand. Hello, everyone. My name is Sayori. And before I read my poem, I would like to tell you a bit about myself. Firstly, I'm quite lazy and I'm normally late because I find it hard to get up from bed. The bed is just so cozy. Yeah, who's gonna disagree with that, am I right? It's practically my second best friend. The audience giggles at Sayori's enthusiasm. Right? Other than manga, literature, and video games, of course. Well, I have 2 first best friends. Ben, and a feeling well known to me, depression. I say it so bluntly because I know there are many others like me. I want everyone to know they're not alone. That it's possible to healthily vent how you feel. Let this poem be my message to you all. That hopefully this poem will offer you a piece of me. She looks at me deeply, then back to the audience. The title of my poem is Goodbye, Sunshine. Siri begins to read her poem as I sit back and watch her speak her lines without interruption. Dear Sunshine, why does looking at you hurt? There's no need to cry anymore, because the things can stay this way forever. I know we'll see each other again at dawn. Or maybe not. So I can trust you to keep my happy thoughts safe for now? Or can I trust you, rather? Sorry. I'm trying to read these fast. I count each day you give me, days I wish would never end. Why are you so far away? Shining and shining. Glowing and glowing. Your love is so warm and happy. It's almost unfair. I can see you clearly now in the sky. So there's no need to say goodbye. Yep, what I was going to say a moment ago is I'm trying to read these as fast as I can because the lines are going on their own. Sayori bows. Yeah, you do, huh? Claire de Lune. You know, I actually played another mod where Monika mentioned that's a song she really likes. So, that name actually is familiar to me. God, I wish I could remember what mod that was. I want to say it was that After Midnight mod that I played. What a beautiful poem. Yep, so, here's the poem she just read. Oh, do they have that song in, the trailer for that movie? That's cool. I did not know that. Wonderful! Sarah's poem makes a few people in the audience cry. To keep the ball rolling, I ask Yuri to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the next member. She's responsible for the banner you see on stage, as well as for the soothing tea you're currently drinking. We have here none other than our very own Yuri.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to be called Yuri.
Yuri's trying to calm her anxiety, and it looks as if it's working.
I'm happy to see so many people come here today to rejoice over literature. I am regarded in the literature club as the sophisticated and elegant one, but honestly, I have many weird interests of my own. I even write weirdly. Hopefully this conveys itself in my poem. And now, I present you my poem. Insensible Beginnings.
Yuri begins to read her poem, and I listen. Yep, I'll have to look that one up later.
Glistening jewels in the twilight sky. A coveted sight, solitary yet confined, beauty beyond reach. One question the sensation of sight, uncertainty, philosophy, pleasure. In my tour, I've seen depths I could not fathom, forests beyond the reach of understanding, meals left to the neglect of those who do not hunger. I see a road not yet traveled, a path illuminated, a woman taking her first steps. Perhaps it's time to open a new book.
Yeah, me neither, but I liked it. Yuri bows. What a beautiful poem. And here is Yuri's poem. I definitely do not recall seeing this when I looked at this mod, or when I watched that playthrough a while ago. So this is very cool. Wonderful, wonderful! Yuri's poem captivates some of the smart-looking people in the room. To keep the ball rolling, this time I ask Natsuki to come forward. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the next member. She's responsible for the cupcakes you are eating. None other than our very own Natsuki. Ayo, fellow schoolers! I'm excited to present my poem to you today. My poem is short but absolute. Well, with what it says anyway. I can't believe I'm doing this. But you know what else I can't believe? How easy it is to mend a relationship that's fractured. You see, my dad is a bit of an old guy. Just like any dad, I guess. But our relationship hasn't always been the prettiest. We can fight sometimes and butt heads. Way more than an 18-year-old should with her dad. However, my dad and I have found a simple way to rebuild our relationship. Sometimes, you don't have to make things complex. Simplicity. My poem is more simplistic, which will hopefully be nice. May I present to you Starry Fantasy. What? I think you might have fucked up a tiny bit. Um. All right. Mod, you've been pretty good up to this point, but that's a pretty big oof moment right there. Natsuki begins to read her poem, and I listen. Give me a little more time to laugh. I know people hate evenings because they're cold, but stars only appear at night, and dark times don't always go away. I don't have time to fucking read this. It's old, give it a break. Give what? I'll just read it when she's done. God, this one I just cannot keep up with. My text speed is too fast to keep up with this. Natsuki bows. What a beautiful poem. Give me a little more time to laugh. I know people hate evenings because it's cold, but stars only appear at night, and dark times don't always go. Give me a little more time to cry. I know it's easier to count stars with friends, but friends are really hard to find, and good times do always end. Give me a little more time to try. I know that 1 plus 1 is 2, that letting go of expectation isn't goodbye, that sometimes it's all right to lose. Give me a little more time. Wonderful. Well done. Natsuki's poem was so good, people actually stopped eating cupcakes just to listen. For the final piece, I asked Monika to come forward. The best for last, as they say. She has a composed look on her right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you our last member. But I'm sure you already know her. Come on up and say hello. Monika stands with an air of confidence. Hello, everyone. Took long enough for me to get up here. As many of you know, I used to be in the debate club. I'll also let you know that I still hold a lot of opinions. That's never going to change. That leads me to my issue, I guess. Believe it or not, I'm rather lonely. I don't have a bad home life. No broken relationships. No issues with my mental health. My life for the most part is pretty good, too. I'm surrounded by friends, plenty of admirers. But I suffer from something that many others suffer from, too. Loneliness. I guess I never really did open up to people as much as I just did today with all of you here. I'd like to thank Ben for giving me this chance. Otherwise, I'd still be in my old club, probably making a mess of things. So thank you. My poem today is going to talk about my feelings. Like gasp. My feelings about today. My feelings about this club. My feelings about life. And about stuff in general. Uh-huh. Band mod. The title is... Doki Doki Literature Club. Well then. I would not have guessed that. Although I guess I should have seen that coming. What's going on here? Monika begins to read her poem, and I listen. What would it take to write a happy ending? A pen without an owner. A story without conflict. Control was my only remedy. Fear, my frantic ally. Like
stanzas in a poem, we were words tied to a choice, glued together by chance, like instruments in a song. And yet, I called it Doki Doki Literature Club, a place where words turn to love, a place where love turned to literature, a place where literature turned to music. It began with a bleak epiphany that existence was orchestrated satire, a whole of infinite choices.
Yeah, I'm getting lost, so I'm just gonna let her finish. Monika bows. Alright.
It began with a bleak epiphany that existence was orchestrated satire, a whole of infinite choices, like a free-form poem, endless in potential, free from structure. Control was an illusion, and fear, my true enemy. What is a writer without a pen? A struggle without a story? Maybe happy endings aren't real. Maybe villains aren't real. Maybe this place.
Wonderful. Absolutely amazing. That poem was pretty freeform. A lot of people in the audience were taken aback. This was the first time Monika did public poetry. After Monika reads her poem, I move to the front of the classroom. While it's good and all that they've finished their poems, there's yet another requirement for me to allow you all to leave the Doki Doki Literature Club. People applaud the club's new nickname. I even see Monika's eyes twinkle from the corner of my eye. My glance returns to the crowd of festival attendees. Please look in the back for the handmade pamphlets on your way out the door. Don't forget to take another cupcake and cup of tea. I gesture for the other members to follow my lead. We all stand at the front of the room.
We hope you all return to the Literature Club.
And just like that, Doki Doki Literature Club comes to an end. I see the rest of the club members clean up, with some of them entertaining questions from well-to-do future members. This makes me very happy. No, it just shows all the poems after they've been read out loud. In such a short time, from a small and relatively unknown club into an upbeat and popular school icon. I guess that's all that matters in the end. Even if I didn't get a chance to get closer to one of the Dokis, at least I spent time with all of them. I see my vice president slowly approach me.
Then,
oh hey Sayori.
are you okay?
I don't know. It's just... it almost seems like our entire lives, our entire existence even, has been leading up to this festival. Almost like we could never reach it, no matter how close it might have seemed. And now that we're past it, I'm just really not sure where to go from here.
Me too, Dad. Me too.
So it's affecting Sayori as well.
I'd like to think that all this is a happy dream.
A happy dream? Sayori is strangely silent. The Dokis approach me with a smile. Maybe I can write my own happy ending. There's still so much to see in this world. That there is, dude. And that's what I love about mods for this game. The chance to get to see more of their world. So much to do, so much to learn. Goddamn right. And like that, I watched the sun set by myself. This is Doki Doki Literature Club. And it's beautiful. Congratulations on having reached the loner ending. And then the game just boots me back to just boots me out. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I thought that ending was pretty neat. Yeah, you like that too? I don't know. I thought that ending was pretty neat. I liked that. I really liked that. You know, I was kind of concerned at first when Monica reacted the way she did when I told her when she asked me in that truth or dare whether or not we have a I had a crush on her and I told her no. Cuz like I was in my head thinking she's expecting me to say the opposite of what she wants me to say. But have you seen the true ending? I'm not even sure how you get the true ending in this mod, so really the only thing I want to see is what would happen if I said yes to that truth or dare session. So would I look into the files? There's not really anything to see, I don't think. Unless there's some kind of hidden Easter egg. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that different. But the true one is the best? Well, I don't always play mods just to get the best ending, like the true ending. This is my ending, the one that I reached with my playthrough. So, yeah. Hmm. No, that's all just base stuff, so it's not quite what I was hoping for. True, but it involves game file trickery. Yeah, that's probably something I wouldn't figure out on my own. But nah, the game closed itself, so my window capture just defaults to the open window I have, which is Monica After Story. So in a way, she may as well have because she was the only open window it could find. Let's see. I did not expect the rest of this to take almost an hour, and we were going for. I wonder if her AI knows we're watching. Um, that's actually an interesting. That's actually an interesting point you bring up, cause in base DDLC when you reach Act 3, Monica actually does have a Easter egg where like she will jump scare you if you are recording her or streaming. Like if she can detect your streaming or recording software, then she'll have a unique reaction to it. But as far as I know, there's nothing like that in Monica After Story, which I think is kind of strange. That she doesn't have any kind of reaction to that, considering how she acted. The first time in the base game. But yeah, I'm gonna make her window a little bit bigger. There we go. I'm kind of thinking I want to save exploring some of the other options in Monica Before Story for next time. And you're looking at me with that amused look on your face. Like, really? You're just gonna leave them hanging right now? Like, it's 3:20 in the morning. I gotta go to sleep at some point. It's like staring into the abyss. well, I mean, hey, if you if you want to do that, I'll show you the abyss. Show us the islands, hon. Yeah, so I'm thinking for tomorrow, guys, we're either going to explore the rest of the endings for Monica Before Story, or we're going to start the World of Dreams mod. Because I was told World of Dreams Act 1 is actually finished, and I was really interested in the demo for that when the demo came out. I didn't like record it or anything. I played it on my own time, and I thought it was really cool. So I'd love to play through that one again. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah, it was a very fun mod to play through. I really enjoyed it, and I'd love to do it on stream for the full release of Act One. Nah, you're good. Ugh. So I guess there's one last thing I want to do. This is probably the closest you'll get to where is that one? This one. This is probably the closest you'll get to what we were talking about earlier. I need a Monica Daikamura. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look that up. So yeah, how do you know it's always me talking to you?
Well, if I'm being totally honest, I don't really have a way of knowing. I already told you that I can't really see into your world. I can tell when someone's in the room with me, but that's it. For all I know, it could be anyone looking at me right now. You could have other people with you. But I trust you, Ben. I trust that you aren't leaving me alone because you care about me. And if someone else is looking in right now, I trust it's because you've given them a good reason to. Maybe someday I'll be able to know for sure, but until then, that's enough for me.
So there you go, guys. Oh, you mean one of those? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and that reason is for entertainment. Oh, come on. You know I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I think we'll do one of those two things next time. We'll either continue exploring the different options in Monica Before Story, or we will start World of Dreams tomorrow. I'm not sure which one I want to do more. I kind of won't want to see. The only thing I think I really want to see off the top of my head in Monica Before Story is what would happen if I said yes in that Truth or Dare session, just to see what would change. Because that felt like the only decision I fucked up, even though I really enjoyed everything that came afterwards. So yeah. Anyways, I guess that's all for me tonight. Thank you guys for coming. Um, and I guess apologies for the original stream just taking a big old shit right at a big climactic moment. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen tomorrow. That was just really irritating and put me in a bad mood. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You enjoy your night, day, whenever you're watching this, whatever. Just have a nice day.